Dale Reynolds Gaming, racing excellence. Well, hello everybody, my name is Dale Reynolds, and I thank you very, very much for coming back to another NASCAR Thunder 2004, the Rookie Championship Career Season Mode Challenge. That's right, that's a mouthful. Trying to remember that. I am tired, it is early in the morning, but I'm fucking raring to go. Thank you all very much for tuning in to this episode. You guys will know, we won at Texas last race, and it was so awesome. Our first win in this Rookie Championship Season Challenge. Got it with Bobby Tarantino's scheme. Again, a big shout out to him. He's the first one to claim a victory in this Rookie Championship Season mode. And hopefully a lot more of you guys will get wins as well. Recapping. After Texas, Ryan Newman has taken the points lead. He is 2 points behind Dale Jarrett. Redneck Jesus is in third with Mark Martin. And yours truly moving up to fifth, 95 points behind Ryan Newman. Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, and Bobby Labonte. The top 10 as we head now to race number 8, which will be at Talladega for the Aaron's 499. Once again, prefacing the video, there you go, proof is in the pudding. Legend difficulty, 10% race link, and no assists. You guys are going to get sick of me doing that. So in the last video, our sponsors are very, very happy. 97 happiness on Advance Auto. Nikon is very happy. And, you know, Kmart, Hills Brothers, they're just kind of there. So we did get some fresh equipment, which is going to be very, very helpful. Fresh engine, fresh chassis, fresh body, especially for Talladega. That's the reason why I always repair everything after Daytona, no matter what. Because the way that the two races works out, the two races, you get fresh equipment at Talladega. It is very important. It's another tip. Always make sure you have fresh equipment for your plate races. You always want the best car at the plate tracks because that's the real judge of how good your car is at the plate tracks. As you see here, we still have the chassis shop that's done. We don't quite have the money to do any more R&D or adding on yet, but we will eventually. So this paint scheme, once again, Chris Simon, a big shout out and a big thank you to Chris Simon for designing this paint scheme. It is once again the red, black, yellow, the fin scheme. This is Chris Simon's third of 4th races with us. As a matter of fact, Chris Simon has got the next race in Martinsville as well. So a big thank you to Chris Simon for his design and his 4 cars. Actually very early on in the season. So Chris Simon, you see the name there, 83, the shadow with the yellow and white numbers, black shadow on the back. Yeah, a good looking scheme. We ran it in Las Vegas. I think we finished 13th, and I think where else did we run? We ran it, at Bristol, and I think we ran like 28th. So Chris Simon has been really getting the short end of the stick. Hasn't even gotten a top 10 finish out of his paint scheme yet, but it is Talladega, and we will be playing the strategy. And I hope that we can finally get Chris Simon a good finish in his paint scheme. So, without further ado, there's not much else to do. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, heading to Talladega. And the car rating is a 58 for those of you who are trying to keep track. Alright, Jeff Gordon apparently is on the pole. I will show you guys the car setup. And the car setup really ain't that much different than what it was in Daytona. So a manual transmission, again, because the plate tracks, they like to make you shift real late. 30 pounds on the tire pressure, and again, I said it at Daytona, if you run anything less than 30 pounds at a restricted plate track, you need to be tarred and feathered. So, again, the front suspension, 10% on the front springs, slamming the nose down, the rear springs at 100%, trying to minimize the inertia loss through the suspension, and a positive 0.5 on the wedge, just a feel thing. So, once again, gear ratios are about the same. I altered the gears at Daytona to make the first, second, and third gears a little bit longer. This time around, it's literally just a preset 10. I shortened the third gear so that when we go qualifying, the car will start in 4th gear. So that's that. I will change that before the race. And then the 4th gear is essentially the preset 10. I just knocked it down 2 clicks to a .83. Let me know how the setup works for you guys. sharing the setup with you guys. Hopefully it works out for you guys, and let me know how it works out. So once again, trying to be real smooth here at Talladega. Again, trying to minimize. Your car is a little bit better this time around, but you're still trying to minimize the time lost on the track to stay as close as you can to the leaders, so you could play the tire and pit strategy and maybe find yourself up front or at least in the lead. So again, starting with qualifying here, and you want to just be smooth. That's the only thing. You just want to be as smooth as possible. And Talladega, you don't necessarily need to breathe the car off the corners like you do it at Daytona. Don't need to do that because Talladega is so wide, and the gradualness of how the cars turn off the corner, you don't need to let the car breathe. You can try and keep it sucked right on the bottom. If not, just try to keep, merge up like a lane. Don't go all the way to the top like you do it at Daytona. So here's lap number 1 on the board. Obviously, it's not going to be a good lap, but just keep her nice and smooth. Try to minimize the scrubbing of speed. Get yourself a good starting spot for Talladega. Like I said, you can merge up like a lane like I did right there, but you don't need to go all the way to the wall like you do at Daytona. This lap is going to be a little bit better. Let's see where we get here in qualifying.
We'll start in the top half of the field. Not too bad.
11th. Okay, not bad. That's a lot better than I was thinking. Anyways, I was thinking like 20th right there. But this race is going to be a little easier. You'll notice if you've been following this, Talladega will be a little bit easier than Daytona. You'll actually be able to hang with people a little bit easier when you draft. So the car is a little bit better. We had a 53 car rating, or a 52 going into Daytona. We have a 58 here at Talladega. So a little more power, a little more downforce, a little more drafting, a little bit better everything. I am going to change this third gear back down to a 115. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, starting 11th here with Chris Simon's paint scheme here at Talladega. Hopefully we can get Chris Simon a good finish here before his paint scheme stint is wrapped up. I'm excited. We got a chance here. Coming off our win at Texas, got a chance here at Talladega. Let's fucking do this. Let's go racing, ladies and gentlemen.
The 83 car will try to use this race to close in on the points lead.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance this season, and rightfully
Goddamn
so.
right. How about that front row? NASCAR's most popular and polarizing drivers, Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the front row. Whew, at Talladega, no less. 43 Winston Cup engines fired here. I am ready to race this race, man. This is going to be a good race, hopefully. Really looking forward to this. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're Chris Simon's scheme here at Talladega. Let's go racing. And again, shifting at 100 miles an hour into third gear, and you'll see me shift at about 155 here. Bam. A little sooner, about 153. But yeah, you're gonna have an easier time. Joe Nemechek, are you fucking kidding me, my man? Really? Joe Nemechek, seriously, move your ass. I've run into you multiple times this season. I don't want to keep running into you, but you keep being a dumbass, and I will. But you'll notice, like I said, just draft with people, minimize the time lost. Again, you still want to be within about that 6.5 second delta when you come in to make your pit. And Robbie Gordon is holding this up here, and Joe Nemechek is blocking me here, and yeah, so we're losing a lot of time already to the leader. We're already 2.3 seconds back. I got to get around these guys. We got to work together somehow and draft and get the hell away. Robbie Gordon, nothing but a rolling roadblock. And Joe Nemechek, nothing but a rolling roadblock. He's not going to block me this time. Trying to get a nice little run. It is a little easier to make passes, to pull out and make passes, because your car is a little bit better this time. this time around. So
You're clear.
you'll be able to hang with people just a little bit easier, but you still just want to be just as smooth. You still don't want to scrub speed. You know, you still want to try and be as smooth as possible. Joe Nemechek and Kurt Busch kind of hooked up there. They're going to kind of drive away from me a little bit, but I'll get back to them because we have an easier time staying with these guys a little bit. And they're going to make a liar out of me because they just drove the fuck away from me. Awesome. This is awesome. Love that I'm already losing a ton of time. I have no drafting help. I need to get somebody up here so I can start drafting. Pack is already split in two. Oh, how realistic is that? Got the people about freaking 3 seconds back of the main pack trying to avoid the big one. But they're kind of separated up front already, and I really need some help. Somebody needs to get up here, except for Robbie Gordon. Maybe Sterling Marlin. I'll kind of dump off here. I'll kind of block Robbie Gordon here, but Sterling Marlin's going to be a little bit quicker. So hopefully I can try to slide in behind Sterling Marlin here and draft and maybe make up a little bit of time. I'm going to try to cut Jeff Green off there. And now Sterling Marlin is in front of us, and now we'll start actually going somewhere. You'll see that he will get away from us. He's starting to draft those guys in front of us. He might drive away, honestly. But even still, like, we're going a lot faster than we were just a couple laps ago. 5.1 seconds back. We're still kind of in that delta, honestly. We're still there. We just got to minimize the loss from here on out because we won't be pitting until about lap 9, maybe 10. Sterling Marlin's going to get around Kurt Busch, so I will try to get in line here with Kurt Busch, and they're all lined up in front of me, so they're going to be hard to track down. Got Bobby Labonte behind me, but we are going faster anyways. Trying to draft Kurt Busch, but he's also up a lane there. I want to be able to be on the bottom, and they're pitting already on lap 5 here, so pit road is open. We really love to try to get up there. Looks like somebody's blowing up in front of us. Who's blowing up? Who's detonated? Is that Rusty Wallace? Oh, that's my best friend, Rusty Wallace, man. Rusty Wallace out of the Aaron's 499 with an engine detonation. See if I can't get back to Kurt Busch here a little bit. Do a little bit more drafting. Bobby Labonte's been giving me a decent push here. We will get back to Kurt Busch. Good. Very good. Kurt Busch is pitting, of course. I'll be able to make it one more lap here. We'll be pitting on lap 7. And we let a lap. I didn't even realize that. We let a lap. Sweet! And here's what I like to do. I like to try and draft a little bit. I like to try and draft these guys coming out of pit lane real quick. And again, you can make up a ton of time on pit road just by driving in real deep.
There's some leaders coming in.
You can make up a lot of time because these AI like to back off pretty early. Don't speed. There you go. Gonna take right-hand side tires. Fill the tank. 11.19 seconds is the estimated. Hope the pit crew doesn't screw up.
The driver now hits his mark and the crew jumps the wall to begin to service this machine. It's going to be a 2-tire stop. They're also going to add 1.5 cans of fuel. Everything looks pretty routine.
Good stop by the boys. 10.8. It was predicted to be about 11.1, so that's a good thing. And coming out of pit road with the lead. We will have to obviously make another stop, and we can get away with not taking a full tank the next time around because we'll be really close to the finish. But you can see that we are out in the lead with a nice little healthy gap. They will get back to us, obviously, but now it's pretty much defense mode for the rest of the race. Alright, here they come. Michael Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. The bundle of 3 right here. We'll have an easier time keeping up with them if they manage to get around us. But I'd like to try not to let that happen. Mirror on, defense mode. And it's all Chevrolets up here, so I feel at home. Driving a Chevrolet here with Chris Simon's scheme. Michael Waltrip's going to get the run here. See if I can't like side draft him a little bit right there. Just like we did at Daytona, just to back him off just a little bit. Got a nice little push here from Gordon. I'll try to scoot up there, maybe stall Michael Waltrip out just a little bit. Gordon's trying to pass me, but he's nowhere near close. I don't know why he's doing that, but okay. You'll notice that again, it's a lot easier because your car's a little bit faster. They're not going to get the massive runs on you, especially if you can predict and anticipate where they're coming from. The car's a little bit better with drafting, got a little bit more power, so it's not as difficult to try and hold these guys off. Although it's not to say that you can't let your guard down, because you do let your guard down and these guys will go by you still. So try to get lined up here. Junior giving me a nice little push, and then he's gonna come this way, and then he's gonna drop to the bottom here. Now you'll notice that the second pack of cars is starting to catch us a little bit. That's no big deal. That's no big deal. We're leading laps and gaining points right here, so hopefully we can lead the most laps and we'll get another bonus, get some more bonus points, get us up in this championship hunt. But first and foremost, we do got to try and win this race, though. Alright, leaders are pitting. Junior and Waltrip, the DEI teammates, hitting pit road on lap 12. Would like to see Jeff Gordon get up here and maybe I start blocking him and saving some time. Got 3.5 on the fuel at the start finish line, 3.6. May need to pit. Maybe not this time, but maybe the next time. Maybe the next time around. As Gordon, Harvick, Stewart, they all come into pit lane. Yeah, just a shade under, just a shade less than 2 gallons. I think it was like 1.9, so we'll be all right. We'll make it back to pit lane with no problem here. So we will pit here this time around. Again, leading more laps, trying to get the most laps led. You are losing a little bit of time here, running out by yourself, but you also gain a little time because you don't have to fill the tank this time around. So each lap, all that mathematical process and everything else, you're always taking into account. We don't need to fill the tank this time around because we got a short little stint to the finish. We got 0.4 gallons left. We're just barely gonna make it to pit lane, but we will be pitting this time. Don't speed, don't speed. Beautiful. No tires. 11 gallons. There we go. 1 can, which is 11 gallons. No tires. No adjustments. 8.9 seconds. Let's see what the pit crew can do. It's good coffee. Little slow. 9.4. I don't know why. All you're doing is putting fucking gas in. What was the problem? But look at that nice big gap. Still out in the lead. Coming out with the lead. That's all you're doing is playing the pit strategy. We are out in the lead. We're going to have 3 to go this time by when we come back to the line. And a big gap. That's like a 6-second gap right there, if not more. We got 3 laps to go. Just drive smooth, baby. Drive smooth, and we will be in the clear to take this win. Just drive smooth, drive some qualifying laps. Listen to some music if you want. Just drive smooth. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Still got a 5.4 second advantage. Still not really close to me as I head through the tri-oval. I could see it in the air. White flag, 1 more lap to go here at Talladega. 3.6 seconds the margin still. Yeah, buddy. Nobody in my mirror. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful sight. The Talladega fans are going, hey, a red car's going to win, but it's not Junior. Oh my goodness, through the tri-oval. And yours truly, 2 wins in a row. Yeah, winning the Aaron's 499. Michael Waltrip, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, and Jeff Gordon, the top 5. Winning in Chris Simon's scheme, finally giving Chris Simon a little bit of justice. Oh, I'm celebrating this win, baby. Played the pit strategy perfectly and picking up the victory. Come on, baby. I know you got 800 horsepower. You tell me you can't spin the fucking rear wheels? Come on. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. Celebrating the win here at Talladega. Oh, that is so sweet. 2 wins in a row. Collecting that money. Making the sponsors nice and happy. A big thank you to all the fans that come out and support at Talladega. Big thank you for all of you watching. A big thank you to Chris Simon for the paint scheme. Getting Chris Simon a victory here at Talladega. Celebration time, baby. Woo! Yeah! Come on, man. Get up on the roof. Show me how real excited you are. Come on. None of this subdued victory lane bullshit. None of this PC crap. Come on. Get up on that roof. Jump up on it a couple times. Yeah. Look at that big fat check. Yeah, buddy. Dreams come true at Aaron's. That's right. Dreams do come true at Talladega. That's right. The great equalizer. Picking up our 2nd win in a row. The 2nd of this playthrough. Setting the world on fire pretty early. That is awesome. So Sturmon's a little bit of an ally. Joe Nemechek is down to 0. Ricky Craven's just kind of a buddy. And Rusty Wallace is still a pretty good friend of mine. So that's good. $407,000 is the bank total after Talladega. That is fantastic. New accomplishments have been added to my EA Sports bio. I will save. So checking point standings after this. We are still 5th in points. However, we have made up a ton of points. We took a good chunk out of Ryan Newman's lead. Ryan Newman still leading. Redneck Jesus has moved up to 2nd. Dale Jarrett slipped down to 3rd. Mark Martin is 4th. Yours truly in 5th, but now just a minor 44 points behind. Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Rudd, and Bobby Labonte are still the top 10. We've got ourselves a hell of a points battle in the top 5 here. The top 5 separated by 44 points. Jeff Gordon in 6th, 74 points behind. Tony Stewart, 83 points behind. Harvick, 90 points behind. Ricky Rudd, 117 points behind. Bobby Labonte is the first person that is over 1 race behind. He is in 10th. So everybody very close in the points. Advance Auto is very happy with us. They are at 100% happiness. Nikon is at 77. And then Kmart and Hills Brothers are just kind of, yeah, they're just kind of there. No shop editions still yet. I want to wait until we finish this race at Martinsville to see what we can do with the shop at that point. That was awesome. 2 wins in a row here, launching at least the first assault that we are able to mount up here as far as this rookie championship season playthrough, going and trying to accomplish this challenge. That's right. 2 wins in a row, Texas and Talladega. That is awesome. Cannot wait. Starting off really good. Placing my flag into the cement and saying this is possible. It's possible. I might be full of myself, but at least I can back it up. That's right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. This way you get notified anytime any video comes up out by me. Thank you all very much for tuning in, welcoming me into your lives with this video, with your tablets, PCs, cell phones, illegal cable connections, you know, Magic Jack hacks, you know, all the fun stuff. A big thank you to Chris Simon, who finally, we did some justice for Chris Simon, got himself a win, got himself some good stuff there in his paint scheme. Oh, and by the way, he gets the paint scheme for next week at Martinsville too. So hopefully we can get him a couple of decent finishes, but I'm very glad we finally got Chris Simon a good finish. I end my videos with be safe, have fun. I will see you guys in the next NASCAR Thunder 2004 Rookie Championship Challenge video. We'll be doing race 9 of 36 at Martinsville, another great track of ours. Until then, be safe, have fun. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace!
Make the ground shake.